So, hi everyone. My new book, Launching in Your Pocket Beginner's Guide to Building Gen AI Applications Using LLMs, is out now on Amazon. The book is already a bestseller. As you can see, it is trending on hash 3 on Amazon bestsellers. So, go grab your copies and find the link in the description below. Thank you so much. So hi everyone. Today we're talking about how you can get your first data science intern if you are a college grad. So let's get started. So before we get started, there are a few things that I should be making clear. If you are in your college, I think, and if you know about off in campus recruitment, you would be knowing that data science roles are a little scarce as compared to software development roles. So most of the time, applying off campus remains the only option if you want to go into a core data science role. Second thing is that you don't need to be very good at competitive programming if you want to go in data science. I think this is something that I've seen people still going with competitive programming and then eventually want preparing for data science interviews. It would be very rare that people would be asking that hard questions on competitive programming in data science interviews. The interviews for data science are a little different as compared to for software development. Also, if you are an undergrad, do believe me that the interviewer is not expecting you to know a lot of deep learning, right? Basic stuff is fine, but you should not be jumping too deep into deep learning. If your basic skills are correct, if you know about basic machine learning, statistics, that would be more than enough. I think I have been into this industry for 5 years now. I have never asked anyone about deep learning. Also, no one has ever asked me about deep learning stuff and explain me attention and all. Nothing happens, right? And you can be from any stream also. I have seen this, people believe that you need to be from computer science or IT fields. Not really. I think I used to have a manager who was from mechanical. They were my colleagues who were from geology also. So this is this wide a stream. If you know, if you have the right skills, you would be taken in. Now, talking about the resume, your resume should speak only of data science and a bit of extracurricular activities. And some work on software development is always a plus if you're in the tech industry, right? Nothing else. Don't try to mention unnecessary stuff. I think I have read a number of resumes where someone's mentioned, I stood first in race competition, I'm a member of this and that club. It won't really matter to me because trust me, we are receiving a number of resumes every day, and eventually these points won't make your case stronger, right? So do add things that make your case stronger. Talking about the projects to mention, projects related to soft data science should be well elaborated, and if you have done something on software development, it should be more of summarized, right? Try to avoid the common projects done like Titanic, household regression, etc. If you can add some unique stuff, even if it is not machine learning, if you have analyzed some data, you got some insights, that would be great. Having something unique always gives you an extra edge, believe me. Whatever you have done, whatever you're mentioning in your resume, you should understand it from the ground. You should be knowing every bit and piece of it. It shouldn't be the case that your interview asks you a basic question you're not able to answer on your project only, because projects are something that will cover 50 to 60% of the entire interview. So any mistake on that side, I think you would be as an interview, I might not be interested in talking to you further, because if you're not confident of the things that you have mentioned, I think there is something not going right in the profile, right? If you have participated in hackathons, do mention it. If you got a decent rank, do mention it in the boards. Also, I think this line I've written, it is impossible to enter data science domain through referrals at that time, but right now the scene is changing, and I think with referrals you can enter right now, because I have referred a few guys who were experienced. Internship, no. I think internship they would be hard, rigorous process, but for jobs, yes, you can use LinkedIn for reaching out to people for their internship. Your headline is very very important. Try to avoid headlines like I'm student of this institute interested in AI. These are generic headlines. Mention your significant achievements, right? Or you can also mention your skills also, machine learning, data science, spark, etc., previous internships at this organization, etc. Mention cover photo and summary sections are important. Add your resume. Connect with as many data scientists as possible on LinkedIn. Many of them regularly post about jobs and interns. So do remember this. Try to post regularly so that you can catch eyes of a few guys who are hiring. This has happened with me when I was posting very regularly. I used to get a number of calls from recruiters. Personal pings also helps at times. Like this was a message that I dropped to one of the founders, and I eventually landed up an internship with them. So yeah, I think you LinkedIn you need to use very rigorously, and it's a very big network. So I think it will help you a lot. Now, once you are done with your resume, you are done with getting your first call. How to prepare for the interview? I think most of the time, 90% of the time, the company would be forwarding you a machine learning problem with a small data set to solve, where they would be analyzing your code, what you have written. It won't be that tough. It would be mostly classification or regression. Now, mostly in the next round, you would be facing some basic machine learning statistics, SQL queries to solve. Nothing else. It would be mostly basics, but you should not be fumbling on the basics. If you fumble on that, I think then there would be very hard chances. Many of you will be missing out on unsupervised algorithms, so do have an edge with that. Do try to read about a couple of them. K-means is one of the most prominent ones. A very important interview question that would be coming again and again is explain your favorite machine learning algorithm. I think you should be prepared with that, and don't mention knn, trust me. Try to mention something a little complex, like even if you mention logistic regression or random forest, that would be fun, because the interviewer also knows ki wants to know your understanding of how deep you know about an algorithm. That's it. I think we have covered how to shape your resume, how to use LinkedIn, and eventually what to expect in the interviews. See you on the other side soon.